Well, Shylock is a distillation of the history of the way Jews have been treated in theatre and through history, from the Bible, from the Gospel of St. Matthew, right the way to modern day, and through the eyes of Tubal, Shylock's only friend. And he's able to reflect on the life of Shylock as written by William Shakespeare and interweave the history of Jewishness. It's a theatrical, glorified lecture, very funny. And Tubal, the only other Jewish man in the whole of Shakespeare, by the way, is the perennial understudy. So through this kind of lecture, you get to see him playing Shylock, which he'll never do professionally. So he has it's kind of tongue-in-cheek.
My contribution, one scene, 8 lines. But it's a great scene for Shylock. But he couldn't do it without Tubal. Tubal is crucial to the scene, to Shylock, to the play. Okay, mention the Merchant of Venice to anyone. Ah, Shylock the Jew. Famous Jews. Abraham, Moses, Barbara Streisand.
The humor is very dark. It's interesting. It uses levity to underline the pathos. Obviously, we know the key elements to Jewish history, from the crucifixion right the way through to the blood libel, to the expulsion of the Jews in the 12th century, through to the Holocaust, and the depiction of Jews as comic villains in theatre all through 300 years. But there are lots of little facts that, for example, the idea of vampires came up from the blood libel. And it's a proven hit. It came up here to Edinburgh in 1998 and was one of the big hits of the Fringe. Couldn't get a seat for it. And it's been around the world, with Gareth playing the part. So this time he's directing me.
If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge?
Well, I think it's like anything that I'm attracted to, theatre with a bit of meat to it. My ethos is about communication with an audience and the magic of theatre. And through theatre, taking the audience to a place they otherwise wouldn't go. That's not everybody's plan when they come up here. There are all kinds of reasons to come up to the Fringe. Predominantly is to launch new shows. But I always say, whatever your reason for being here in Edinburgh, you've still got to do the best work, because if you do lousy work, or if you do cheap work, or if you do work that's designed purely to showcase you, you'll be found out. So I always say, come up with your best work, and it will be rewarded, generally. Commitment's a very key part of success up here. The audience will recognize commitment and truth, and they honor it. I think that they're going away with what I want them to be. They've gone away having learned something. They've gone away having been moved. They maybe see Shylock in a new light. It's informative, so there's no doubt people are going to come away with something more than they went in with, which is great. So predominantly entertainment, but with entertainment with a hardcore.